I'll give you a second. Okay, good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
Okay, it's what is today?
Saturday.
Saturday, May 24th. We're almost done with the first half of the year.
Yep.
Okay.
We're here at Main Street Coffee.
Yes, Main Street Coffee. We pop in almost every day, grab a latte.
Yep.
So,
And, what are we talking about today?
what are we talking about?
Market?
Okay.
Sure.
I think the market itself, if anybody can tell you that they can predict what's going to happen in the next 3 to 6 months, they're full of it.
Yes.
I know pretty much what's going to happen today. I know what we experienced last week, the last 6 months. It's always, hindsight is 20/20.
Yeah.
But looking forward, I think that's a difficult one to predict.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen either.
I think I can say what's going to happen, but that would be more of what we want to happen. But
Exactly. So what we want to happen, what sellers probably want to happen is, I think the COVID days are over. And so I think sellers are no longer in the driver's seat. And I think what they need to do is be educated on some things that they can do to position themselves to get the most for their house.
Yeah.
We are seeing a lot of price reductions in the market, but is that because the market's gone down, or is that because they were overpriced to begin with?
maybe a little bit of both. Yeah, I think there are some that are overpriced, definitely. And sellers are going to have to come up with different strategies now to get the best value for their homes. Buyers are calling in saying they're seeing the market drop.
Yeah.
And so which market are they looking at?
Right. A lot of our buyers are coming from where?
Florida,
Texas.
Yeah, Florida, Texas, all over the place, but mostly the hotter states.
Sure.
They're coming. They want the cooler weather. Yeah.
Speaking of cooler weather.
It was 49 degrees this morning when I woke up.
Yes, I had my windows and doors open last night, and it's a beautiful spring day. I think today's high is 70. We're going to have a
72.
few white puffy clouds,
Yeah.
but I mean, these are the things that people are coming to the mountains for. This is what draws them there. So we've got the draw, we have the demand, but in order for sellers to position themselves to sell their houses better, what are some things that we can recommend that they do in this market currently?
Yeah. Good.
That's a question.
That's a good start. I didn't have an answer yet.
Oh, okay. So
that'll be like
deferred maintenance.
Yeah. Okay.
We see a lot of houses with deferred maintenance. I think because this is a big second home market, maybe people aren't paying attention to their home like they would if they lived in it every single day. So simple things like leaves and gutters or, water can cause wood rot, moisture in a crawl space, or, a buyer is coming up here and the buyers are not wanting to do a lot of work. They don't know a lot of vendors. They don't want to manage a project from out of state. So the better condition your house is in, the more likely you are to demand more money for it. And it's going to sell faster.
Yeah. And, I guess the question would be if there's a lot of second and third homes here, how do people do that?
Well, we have an awesome preferred vendor list to begin with. So we vet every person on our list. So we're able to share that with folks so it's a little bit easier for them.
Yeah.
But I think it's still the mental process of thinking about managing a project from afar.
All right.
So as far as from a seller's position, I think sellers can position themselves better if they do a better job taking care of their homes, if they stay on top of deferred maintenance, if you need a new roof, if your HVAC needs to be replaced. These are things that I think your dollars will go further.
Yeah. We're not saying remodel your house. It's just keep things in good condition.
Keep things in good condition.
Yeah. I would say that there's, it's sad when you walk into a home and, they haven't blown the leaves out of the gutter since last fall. There's debris all over the driveway.
Yes.
There's, we have a lot of ladybugs here. You'll see those on the floor and the windowsills. And so that's going to turn a lot of
little things like that, I think, can go a big difference. So let's talk about Macon County. So Macon County really is two markets. So we have Franklin and then we have Highlands. So the average purchase price or the average sales price in Franklin is closer to $390. The average sales price in Highlands is more like $1.4 million.
Right.
So let's talk about these two different markets. So I pulled some stats the other day, and the last 12 months, we've had 25 homes sell between $5 and $10 million. The 12 months previous to that, we had 17 houses. So we've seen a big increase in these people who have a lot of money, who are in those higher price point brackets.
Yeah.
But there's a big gap between, say 400, 500,000 and 5 million, right?
Yep.
So I think interest rates are still playing an impact on buyers' ability to purchase between that 400 and a million, million and a half mark. But for those who are cash buyers, I don't think that we've seen much of an impact whatsoever. I think they're still pulling the trigger.
They don't bring that up in conversation.
No, not
Yeah.
at all.